Okay, let's talk about banks. We use them pretty much every single day, right? But do you really know how they work? We're about to pull back the curtain on the system that basically runs our entire economy and what it's doing with your money. Now, really think about it for a second. That paycheck you just deposited, where is it? Like, what's happening to it right now while you're listening to this? I can almost guarantee you the answer isn't what you're picturing in your head.
So most of us, when we think of a bank, we picture something, well, kind of like a fortress. You know, a huge vault, maybe a dragon guarding piles and piles of cash. It's a cool image, right? It feels safe. The only problem is, it's not even close to reality.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you, but there's no dragon, and your cash isn't sitting in its own little labeled box waiting for you. What's actually happening is so much more active, more dynamic, and honestly, it's the engine of the whole economy.
Okay, so if the bank isn't a guard, what is it? Well, think of it more like a matchmaker. Yeah, a financial matchmaker. Its main job isn't to babysit your money. It's to take your money and introduce it to someone else who really, really wants to borrow it.
So here's how the bank's playbook works, and it's actually pretty simple. Step 1, you deposit your cash. Let's say it's $1,000. Step 2, the bank only has to keep a tiny piece of that, a small fraction. The rest? Well, step 3, it gets lent out to somebody else, maybe to that guy who's been dreaming of buying a jet ski. And then step 4, the bank just kind of hopes. It hopes that you and I and everybody else don't all show up on the same day asking for our money back at once. The whole system hinges on that.
This whole setup, this matchmaking game, it's not just some random thing they do. Oh no. It is an incredibly powerful machine for making money. For the banks. And, of course, a system this important has a fancy official name.
And that name is Fractional Reserve Banking. That's it. That's the whole game. Our entire modern banking system is built on this one idea. By lending out the money we deposit, banks are the ones fueling everything from a new local coffee shop to your friend's first mortgage. It creates this huge ripple effect of economic activity. And you guessed it, a ton of profit for them along the way.
So how exactly are they making so much profit? It's actually really straightforward. They pay you a teensy tiny bit of interest for the privilege of using your money. But the interest they charge the person they lend it to, our friend on the jet ski, is way, way higher. And that difference, that big gap between what they pay out and what they bring in, that's pure profit for the bank. And it's all made possible by your cash.
All right, I get it. Hearing that your hard-earned money is out there funding someone's jet ski adventures might make you just a little bit nervous. And you know what? That's totally fair. But there is a pretty powerful safety net built into the system, but there's also a catch.
So that safety net, at least in the United States, is the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. This is a huge deal. It means your deposits are insured up to $250,000 per depositor per bank. So if your bank completely goes under, the government steps in and guarantees you will get your money back, up to that limit. It's a pretty solid guarantee.
But here comes the catch. And this is a direct quote from the material we're looking at today. It's really the heart of the matter. Even though your money is safe, you need to, quote, understand that the bank is using your cash to make themselves rich. Let that sink in. Your account isn't just a convenient service for you, it's a powerful tool for their profit.
So all of this really brings us to one last and maybe the most important question of all. Because once you understand how this machine actually works, you can't really look at your bank account the same way again.
And that question is this: is your money working hard for you, or is it just working hard for the bank? It's a simple question, but a really powerful one. And now that you know how the whole system is set up, you've got the first piece of the puzzle to answering it for yourself. That's it for this one.